Hey guys, and welcome back. So before we start to learn Angular, we first need to know what a single page application is. Okay, so that's what we are going to have a look at next. So in this section, what we will compare the behavior of a normal website versus that of a single page application, which should give you a good idea as to what single page applications are and how are they better as compared to normal websites. Okay, so in this example, we have say a website named example.com. On the client, that would be our browser. Let's say the user comes and types in www.example.com into the address bar and presses enter. What will happen in that case is that in the background, the client or the browser is going to send out a request to the server, and the server would respond back with the HTML of the home page of that example.com website. Okay, and the client will then interpret that HTML response as an HTML document and render it onto the screen. Okay, now suppose if there is a link to a page, say page A, on on the home page, and the user clicks on that link, there would be another request that would go on to the server for loading that page A, and the server would respond back with the markup of page A to the client, and the client will then interpret that as an HTML document and render it onto the screen. Now, say if there is a search bar on page A wherein the user types in a query or search term and then presses enter, another request would go on to the server to get the search results for the query that the user has typed in, and the server would respond back with a new page that will contain all the search results for that particular query. Okay, so are you seeing a pattern here? Yeah, the pattern is that for each and every action that the user is performing, a new request is going on to the server, and the server is responding back with a new page. Okay, so multiple page requests are going on to the server, which is creating a lot of bandwidth usage for loading all the markup for new pages that the user is requesting for. And that is also reloading the client again and again as soon as a new page response is retrieved from the server. Okay, now if example.com was a single page application, as it can be seen here, only a single request would go on to the server to fetch the example.com website, and then the server, instead of responding back with a home page of example.com, it would respond back with a complete application package. Okay, and this complete application package will contain everything there is and everything that is needed to run the whole example.com as a single page application. Okay, it will contain all the JavaScript, it will contain all the templates which are called views. Okay, and it will contain all the basic logic that is required to run this whole website as a single page application. Okay, so in single page applications, there are routes instead of links that you have in this case. Okay, so whenever a new route is reached, a new view is rendered on to the client. Okay, there is a parent view, and that parent view loads a child view that the user has requested for based on the routes that the user has reached on. Okay, so no new page requests are then going on to the server. Only data requests are going on to the server, which might be required to load up a particular view or to load some information on a particular view. Okay, so in that case, no multiple page requests would go on to the server, which would save up bandwidth, okay, and that would also enhance the user experience, as the views would quickly load up, as they only need data to load and not the whole markup, and the whole markup is initially loaded for the first request that went on. Okay, so the client is also not continuously getting reloaded, and that is another enhancement in the user experience. Okay, and that's why single page applications are being preferred over normal websites, because they have more of a desktop like feel, and the user experience as compared to normal websites is better in case of single page applications. Okay, so that's what single page applications are, and that's what their advantages are. We'll now have a look at how Angular comes into the picture of single page application and how Angular solves our problems.